Hi folks, Lee here and welcome back to the channel. So, got a wee sailing adventure for this one. So, I went to Inverness to do a RYA Start Yachting course with Compass Sea School. They're a sailing school based in Inverness Marina. And basically the whole idea of the course is a short 2-day, 1-night introduction to kind of all of the basics of what's involved in sailing a modern sailing yacht. It's something I've wanted to do for years now, so it was really cool to finally get the chance to do it. I didn't get an awful lot of video because I was focused on learning, and I learned a lot. I really did. It was really good, and I'll explain more about that later on. But as you can see, I got some pretty good video. I got enough to do a wee short video about it. So yeah, why did I come along to the East Coast? Because I live in the West Coast, so my kind of waters around Ayrshire is mainly the Firth of Clyde. So, but as I've talked about in the channel before, I've done a lot of boating on the Firth of Clyde already. I've done, stuff to do with power boats. Obviously, I go out in the Waverley a lot. I've got a few videos of that. I go out in the ferries sometimes, so I thought it'd be quite cool to go somewhere different and experience different waters. So for this one, I decided to come along to Inverness and do this wee course and get a chance to, as well as learn a lot more about sailing, also get the chance to experience some new waters. So yeah, it was really interesting finding out more about the Moray Firth and what's around Inverness. So yeah, it was really good. So basically, to kind of give a wee summary of what we'd done. So on the first day we came out, we were practicing our slip lines and tying back up onto the pontoon so that we knew what we were doing when we were coming back in. Then we went out, got the sails up, practiced all the different points of sail, practiced a bit under motor as well. Then we anchored, had some lunch, and then we tried getting a mooring buoy, which I didn't do a very good job of. That's definitely one thing I'll say about this course. I learned a lot, and it was also a really good refresher because I've not really been out in a kind of bigger boat like this in a while. I've done a bit of coastal rowing recently and a bit of dinghy sailing, but this has been the first time in a while I've really been out in something like this, so that was really good. And then day 2 here, so we got a good bit of sailing in the way back in day 1 as well. Some pretty good wind, and quite a lot of gusts as well, so that was quite interesting. We had a couple of moments where we were quite heeled over, which is something I'm still kind of getting used to. But no, it was really good. And then the next day we headed out to the Moray Firth to practice man overboards, which obviously I didn't get any video of that because we were all really focused on doing what we were doing. But then after that we anchored up, actually quite near the sort of east entrance exit to the Caledonian Canal, which runs all the way through to Fort William. So that was pretty interesting. We saw a couple of boats come out of that. And again, pretty magnificent views of the Keswick Bridge there as well. You saw Fort George earlier as well. That was pretty cool. And then I got some video here. It's just kind of sailing up and down the Moray Firth. And there's quite a deep area here that we were able to play about in quite safely. One thing about this area is there's a lot of shallow water, so a lot of the time you have to be really careful of where you're going, especially when you're under sail. And one of the other things that's quite fascinating is, because it's a relatively narrow firth, that area kind of right where Inverness Marina is, you can get tidal flows of up to 6 knots going out east. So that's the reason why we didn't really venture further afield for the one night. We just decided to come back to Inverness because we thought if we go out, then we're going to battle that in the middle of the day the next day. So we thought we'll just hang about in Inverness and maybe go the other way the next day, so that in the way back with the tide helping us. So yeah, overall it was a really cool wee course, and I would highly recommend it to anyone that was interested in learning to sail, and I hope this is the first of many. I would like to do a lot more kind of bigger sailing trips, but I thought this would be a nice wee introduction because I've never actually like done anything like staying in a sailing yacht before, like even for a night. So even get to do it for that one night was a good kind of experience to, try it out. So some places do the Start Yachting course over 2 nights as well. But I think it's quite nice that there's the option of just doing it for the one night over here. I thought that was quite cool. And again, it was cool to see different waters as well. And as you can see, particularly in this clip, is that heel. We did get some decent wind on both of the days, so that was pretty good. It was pretty good to get some good wind to actually get to experience that a little bit, so that you can kind of make your mind up as to whether something like that would completely put you off or not. But yeah, it turned out to be all good. And then you'll see here a wee video of me on the wheel. So yeah. And also explaining to my other crewmates what I do for the wee YouTube channel. So yeah. Overall, thoroughly recommend. It was really fun. It was a great introduction to sailing. I learned a lot. Mandy, the instructor, she was great. I can highly recommend Compass Sea School. She's got a wealth of experience in sailing. So yeah, all really interesting. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more, then do subscribe. Bye, folks.